I threw up 3 times this morning, just bile burning my throat because the truth finally hit me like a truck. 5 years with Alex, and I thought we were solid. You know, the kind of couple where you build everything together, plans for a house, maybe kids someday. But nope, he wasn't just cheating. He had this whole other address, a whole other life. And what I found in his browser history, God, I can't even say it yet. My stomach twisted just thinking about it. Have you ever stared at your phone, scrolling through proof that your world was a lie? Yeah, that's me right now. What would you do if your foundation just crumbled? Okay, let me back up. Because to understand how bad this got, you have to see how good it felt at first, or at least how I thought it felt. Alex and I met through friends 5 years ago at this lame networking thing. He was in marketing, I do freelance writing, and it clicked from that first coffee. We moved in after 6 months, cozy apartment downtown. Mornings, he'd wake me with coffee, black for him, cream for me. We'd lie there talking stupid stuff, his deadlines, my pitches, his hand on my thigh under the sheets. I felt safe, like he'd found my person, the one who got my late night worries. Evenings, same vibe. We'd binge shows on the couch, feet up. He loved true crime. I'd tease him, quiet talks. After sealed it, future stuff, yard, dog, maybe marriage. His arm around me, head on my shoulder. The apartment was us, photos on the fridge, his mug by mine. But he had this way of gripping my leg when he drove. Heavy, possessive. I used to love that weight. Now it makes me sick thinking where that hand was the night before. I poured everything in, vulnerabilities and all, thinking we were equals. But then little things started nagging. Not big red flags, just off notes, like his work trips used to be once a month, tops. But last year, every other weekend. Conference in Chicago, he'd say, packing light. I'd nod, kiss him goodbye, but his stories after were vague. Met some clients, nothing exciting. No details, no photos, and his phone. God, the phone. It was always out before. We'd scroll memes together in bed. Now, face down on the nightstand, buzzing at weird times. 2 a.m., dinner. I'd glance over, he'd snatch it quick, mutter, emails from work. His jaw would tighten, eyes flick away. I started overthinking it, you know? Lying awake while he slept, staring at the ceiling cracks. Was it me? My anxiety from past breakups making mountains out of molehills? I'd ask him what was wrong, and he'd do that thing where he sighs and rubs his temples like I'm the exhausting one, like I'm the problem for noticing he's distant. It built slow, that doubt. Dinners got awkward. I'd ask about his day, he'd zone out, fork midway to his mouth, like his head was elsewhere. Once over Thai takeout, spicy enough to make my eyes water, he mentioned this colleague, Jordan. Cool guy, helps with projects. But when I asked what he did, Alex changed the subject, laughed it off. The unease stuck in my gut, worse than the curry. Our place felt different. The throw blanket we'd bought together on the chair, but nights he'd come home late, smelling faintly of unfamiliar soap, the apartment echoing empty. I'd rationalize it. Love means trusting, right? Don't be that paranoid boyfriend. But conversations turned tiptoe. You okay? I'd say, spoon clinking in my tea too loud in the quiet kitchen. Yeah, busy, he'd reply, eyes on the sink, scrubbing a plate that didn't need it. Then the keychain. One night, he's out on a quick errand. I grab his jacket for the couch, and something bulges in the pocket. I pull it out, keys, yeah, but tagged with an address across town, not ours. My heart hammered, palms sweaty. I typed it into maps later, alone in bed, sheets twisted. A brownstone, quiet street. Why? The questions piled up. That inner voice I usually ignored screaming now. No more brushing it off. I had to know. But part of me dreaded it, like cracking open a door you can't close. You ever feel that pull? The one that says everything's about to shift? The next morning, Alex left early for that meeting, kissing my forehead like nothing was wrong. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, the keychain heavy in my hand. My fingers shook as I punched the address into my phone, some brownstone on Elm Street, 20 minutes across town. What was I even doing? Driving by couldn't hurt, right? Just to quiet the noise in my head. The whole drive. My knuckles white on the wheel, heart slamming like it was trying to escape. I parked a block away, legs jelly as I walked up. There it was, This cute little place with flower boxes, like something out of a real estate ad. A sedan in the drive, bumper sticker for national parks. Alex always said he hated camping, called it bug torture. I hung back by a tree, breath shallow, watching. Then movement upstairs, the curtain twitching. A guy, broad shoulders, maybe my age, laughing at something. And then, Alex. His face, clear as day, grinning easy, relaxed, like he belonged. My knees buckled, stomach flipping hard. I ducked lower, the bark rough against my palm, as this cold sweat broke out everywhere. It wasn't a quick hookup. This was his spot, his other routine. I couldn't feel my legs. I literally had to hold onto the tree, or I would have collapsed. 2 lives, split clean, and I was the one in the dark. Racing home, the apartment hit different, all the cozy crap mocking me now. Walls too close, air thick. I grabbed his laptop, still warm from charging. Password our anniversary. Ironic, huh? Browser history first, innocent enough, until I saw it. 2-bedroom moving tips, dated months back. Then a login I didn't know, some alternate profile he swore was dead. Click through, and bam, photos everywhere. Him and that guy, Jordan, arm in arm in a kitchen I didn't recognize. Counters cluttered with takeout boxes and wine bottles. Toasting at what had to be a housewarming. I zoomed in. I literally zoomed in on his eyes in the photo. He looked happier in that one picture than he looked in our entire 5 years. That's what killed me. The timeline gutted me. Our 5 years bleeding into theirs for at least 2. While I planned our dumb trips, he was nesting over there. Deeper in, a hidden chat app, notifications popping like accusations. Miss you already. From Jordan after nights out. Plans for groceries, movie marathons, stuff we'd text about, word for word. A pic of them on their couch, Alex's hand low on Jordan's thigh. Intimate, real. I could picture it too easy. Their lazy Sundays, coffee shared just like ours, but without the lies weighing it down. Nausea rolled up, hot and sour. My skin crawling as I hunched over the sink, dry heaving. Pulse thumped in my ears, loud, relentless. How? The cologne on our pillows, had he come straight from there? Our bed, tainted now, every memory twisted. It kept coming, relentless. Christmas shots, Alex under a tree with Jordan, wrapping paper matching the stuff at our place. Messages about settling down, phrases he'd murmured to me in the dark, now copy-pasted, not careless mistakes. This was engineered, him juggling us like pros. Omissions smooth as silk. I'd given everything, heart wide open, dreams stacked high, and it was all half. A side gig in his real story. The betrayal sank in layers, chest tight, like I couldn't get air. Not just hurt, erased, my spot in his world wiped clean, years down the drain, invested in smoke. But then, scrolling numb, one entry froze me. A doctor's note, next week, prenatal clinic. Lisa's name, that friend from a stray text. My breath hitched, ragged. What the hell? The full picture sharpened, promising worse. I couldn't stop now, had to chase it, even as everything inside screamed to run. That doctor's note stuck in my brain all afternoon, like a splinter I couldn't pull out. I sat there at the kitchen table, laptop screen glowing harsh in the dim light, staring at those words, prenatal appointment, Lisa's name. Who the hell was Lisa? I remembered a vague mention in one of those chat logs, some mutual friend Alex had texted about once. Casual, nothing. My hands were clammy, shaking as I cross-referenced it with the clinic's site, just public info. But enough. Surrogacy consult. The pieces clicked too fast, too brutal. Not just a side guy, not just an apartment, a family. Alex was building one. Real, blood-tied, with Jordan and this Lisa person carrying their kid. My vision blurred, chest caving in like someone punched it. I gasped for air, sliding to the floor, knees hitting the tile hard. How? While we talked vague futures over coffee, he was doing this, planning cribs, doctor visits, a life that locked him down without me even in the picture. It sank in slow, that full weight, turning my stomach to lead. I pictured it, couldn't help it. Alex at ultrasounds, hand on Lisa's belly, Jordan beside him, all three building something permanent. Our talks about adopting a dog, laughable now. He'd nod along with me, then go home to them, discussing names, nursery colors. The betrayal hit different. Not just stolen time, but stolen everything. I'd opened up, shared my fears of never having that family feel because of my past, and he was out there making it happen, excluding me like I was the temp gig. Nausea hit again, wave after wave. I dry heaved over the sink, water running cold on my face, skin prickled, heart racing erratic, like my body was rejecting the lie on pure instinct. 5 years, and I was the outsider in his real story. Erased. The ache spread, deep in my bones, mixing rage with this hollow grief that left me numb. By the time the door clicked open that evening, I'd pulled myself together. Just. Sat at the table, phone in hand, evidence lined up in my head. No yelling, not yet. I wanted his face when it landed. Alex walked in, coat half off, that easy smile fading when he saw me. "Hey, rough day," he said, but his eyes flicked nervous. I waited till he sat, the chair scraping loud. The air thickened, heavy, like before a storm. "The brownstone on Elm," I started, voice flat, watching color drain from him. "Jordan's. Saw you there. The photos. The messages." He froze, mouth opening, closing. "What? No, that's..." But I cut him, details spilling, the window laugh, the housewarming toast, the timeline overlap. His denials crumbled quick, shoulders slumping. "It's not what you think. I needed space. Things got stale here. But I love you." "Space?" I laughed, bitter, short. "Stale? You built a whole life there. 2 years, at least." He shifted, eyes down, mumbling about stress, work pressure, how Jordan understood without the baggage. Baggage? Me, my writing slumps, my doubts. It stung fresh, his words slicing easy, self-centered. "Sword." Anger boiled up, hot in my throat, but I held it, analytical almost, dissecting him right there. "And Lisa?" I slid the phone over, note highlighted. His face went white, hands stalling midair. "The baby, surrogate for you and Jordan." Silence stretched, brutal. He nodded slow, voice cracking. "Yeah, we wanted this. It's our future." Our, not mine, not ours. The word gutted me, tears hot on my cheeks. "You played everyone," I whispered, voice breaking. "Me, him, her, for what?" He reached across, pleading, "Please, we can fix this." But I jerked back, his touch electric. Wrong now. The apologies tumbled out, hollow, excuses piling, confusion, fear of losing me, but committing there first. I saw it clear. The juggling act lies smooth, no cracks till I pried. Fury crashed with hurt, leaving me raw, exposed. By the end, words dried up, just heavy quiet. I stood, bag half packed already, door slamming behind me. Night air bit cold, but the real chill was inside. That void where trust used to be. Alone on the street, steps echoing, the aftermath loomed. Empty, but maybe the start of something real. That first night hit like a blackout, crashing at a cheap motel, thin walls, flickering neon outside. I didn't sleep, just lay there in stiff sheets, replaying Alex's face when the baby news dropped. Eyes begging, but empty. Room smelled like stale smoke and regret. Phone silent. Morning dragged, forced myself back to the apartment while he was out, grabbed my stuff before walls closed in. His shirts in the closet, woodsy cologne clinging like a taunt. Yanked them down, folded into boxes, each crease a reminder of mornings he'd pull me close. Ticket stub from his solo trip fluttered out, probably Jordan City. Boxed it, muscles burning, sweat mixing with dust. Cleaning, scrubbing counters we'd leaned on. But halfway it broke me. Chipped mug with our initials from that flea market. Gripped it, knuckles white, smashed it in the sink, shards scattering, kneeling, breath hitching, sobs raw, shoulders shaking. Why hadn't I seen it? Late nights, distant stares, chalked to my baggage, past guys who lied small. But this? Masterclass in deception. I dimmed my gut to keep peace. Shared everything, family fears, writing blocks. He nodded, built his own without glance. The place emptied, silence pressed. Something shifted, not healing, just awareness. I wasn't the fool. He juggled lies till they toppled. Packed last bag, deleted his number. Final. Apartment gutted, debris mined to sort. Intuition roared, boundaries survival. No pouring into cracks, rebuild solo. Gigs stacking. Writing retreat. Fog lifted, space for me, unshared. The worst part isn't the lying. The worst part is that I'm sitting here staring at this empty apartment, and I still want him to walk through that door. How messed up is that? I packed the last box an hour ago. The apartment is empty. And honestly, I don't feel free. I feel terrified. I don't know who I am without him, but I know I can't stay here. Tell me in the comments, how long did it take you to stop checking their social media? Because I can't stop. Subscribe for more unfiltered heartbreak turns.